her life's mission. And despite her young age, she's already made a difference for those living with autism. Being a first-year law school student at the University of Miami, Haley Moss is getting a taste of what the future will hold for her.
I'm going to have my first legal internship over the summer. I'm going to be with a nonprofit disability independence group.
But her road to success includes an obstacle that most in her class will never have to overcome.
I am on the autism spectrum myself. I was diagnosed when I was 3 years old, and I think that it's important to be able to give back to the community that has given back so much to me.
Haley is giving back by sharing her story and also helping those who deal with autism.
Children become adults, and eventually we have adults with autism, and we as a society aren't really sure how to handle that and what to do and to best support the adults as they get older. Most people in general spend the majority of their lifespan in adulthood, and the services in adulthood are a lot slimmer than with children. Once you turn 18, you are an adult, and once you're 22, and if you're in the secondary school system, you are on your own. So I do think that's why I do think it's so important to talk about education and employment and opportunities for people with autism to live independently and succeed and have productive, meaningful lives.
She's a role model for everyone living with autism, regardless of age. Aside from her studies, she's also an accomplished artist and author, publishing her first book when she was just 15.
I wrote my first book, Middle School, The Stuff Nobody Tells You About, when I was 15 years old. Fun fact, I was actually on NBC 6 with Bob Mayer. I couldn't remember his name. I'm sorry, with Bob Mayer when it first came out back in 2010, which was really, really cool.
So cool that it inspired her follow-up piece, a freshman survival guide for college students with autism. This after encountering some of the same struggles any first-year college student would.
It's overwhelming for anybody, I think. And on the autism spectrum, there weren't really a lot of people out there who have done it before me that I was able to say, hey, I want to be able to find out what to be worried about, or what's it like having a roommate or moving into a dorm room. So I think being able to to be able to write that and make it easier on others is really a special gift, and I'm really excited that I get to do that.
Haley's also excited about not having to live with a roommate, but it has nothing to do with having a place to herself or dealing with chores.
It gives me a sense of independence. I think the one thing with people with disabilities is we want to be independent in ways that most people take for granted. And it's empowering to have that independence to do what you want and be able to do the things that most people don't even think twice about having to do.
And for those of you watching who live with or know a loved one on the spectrum, Haley has a simple message.
Don't give up. I know that it's hard. And for parents, I know it's hard on you too. I know that you're going through a lot of stuff, and I know that sometimes it's easy to want to give up or complain, but I promise it's worth it.
And for more information on Haley, including her book and art, visit HaleyMossArt.com. You can also keep track of her and her work by following her on Twitter and on Facebook.